Today I'm testing out this Cooker King stainless steel cookware set. It's a 10-piece hybrid style set that includes 6 main cookware pieces designed for everyday cooking, like frying, sauteing and boiling. How you doing, guys? I hope you are well. I've got another review for you. Pans this time. If you're looking for a set of pans, these might be the pans for you. We don't know. One thing I do know, they're a good price. They're a good price. It's built from stainless steel with a layered core for heat distribution, and it features a textured interior surface that's designed to improve food release compared to traditional stainless steel pans. The pans use riveted stainless steel handles that feel solid and secure in the hand. I'm going to cook with them. I'm going to test them out and tell you if they're good or bad. My honest opinion. It might be a paid review, but it's my honest opinion. I'm not going to sell you bad products. So if I tell you they're good, they're good. If I tell you that they're bad, they're bad. It's as simple as that. I do love the etched hybrid ceramic interior. That's just better to release food, non-stick. And the stainless steel looks really, really nice. Impressed with that. I can talk all day how they look and how they feel, but the proof's in the pudding. We've got to cook with them. We've got to do the real test. I think I'm going to do a stir fry. I think that's a good test for these. I hope they do perform well because the price is a steal. It really is. So I'm hoping. For my stir fry, I've decided to use the deep rim saute pan. That'd be great for stir fries. And to make my sweet and sour sauce, a nice small saucepan. The 3.6 quart saute pan with lid. This is your deeper pan, ideal for stir fries, one pan meals, or everything that needs room to move. The 1.5 quart saucepan with lid. Best for sauces, reheating, or small side dishes. I'm going to put it through a real cooking test here in my greenhouse setup to see how it performs in everyday use. I'm starting off by making a quick sweet and sour sauce directly in the pan. First, I'm adding tomato paste and letting it cook out for a minute to deepen the flavours. Next goes in brown sugar, vinegar, pineapple juice and water. Give everything a good stir and bring up to a gentle boil. To thicken the sauce, I'm using a simple cornstarch slurry mix with water, then adding that into the pan until the sauce thickens up nicely. What I've actually noticed, these pans grab the heat real quick. They get up to temp pretty quick, and that's what you want. That's a good sign. The 10-inch frying pan, giving you more space for things like chicken, stir fries or larger sears. 8-inch frying pan, ideal for smaller portions like eggs or quick frying. Right, my sauce is done, clear down, let's get on with the stir fry. For the stir fry, I started prepping the vegetables, slicing up some green peppers, broccoli, onion, carrots, cabbage, along with some fresh ginger and garlic. The 2-quart saucepan with lid, which gives a bit more capacity for rice, vegetables, or everyday boiling. And finally, the 5-quart casserole pot with lid, the largest piece, designed for soups, pastas, or batch cooking. To really put this saute pan to the test, I turned the heat up high, added some oil, and cooked the chicken. The pan heated up quickly, browned the chicken beautifully, and released it cleanly from the surface. Once the chicken was cooked, I added the vegetables and gave everything a good stir. Even with the heat turned all the way up, nothing stuck to the bottom of the pan, making it easy to keep everything moving. I think a stir fry is a good test for a new pan. Break it in, test that heat control, test the surface if it sticks or not, which right now it's not sticking at all. It's beautiful, it glides. It glides like butter, as they say. And, you know, like I said before, it holds the heat really, really quick. It retains that heat, which is really nice. Good quality of a good pan, that. As the vegetables started to soften and pick up some colour, I added the ginger and garlic and cooked them out for about a minute before finishing with some of the sweet and sour sauce. Oh, I'm sorry, I would have a little bite of this. Get some of that chicken. Oh yeah. Sweet and sour. After spending some time cooking with the Cooker King cookware set, I came away impressed with how well it performed. The pans heated up quickly, held their temperature well, and delivered consistent results throughout the cook. What surprised me most was how well the food released from the cooking surface. The chicken browned nicely, the vegetable cooked evenly, and even with the heat turned up high, the pan remained easy to work with. The handles felt secure and comfortable to use. The cleanup afterwards was straightforward. And look, and this is what I'm left with. And the cleanup is pretty good. Overall, this is a well-rounded cookware set that performed better than I expected, and based on my experience, it's a set I will be happy to keep using in the future. Am I impressed with these pans? Yeah, I am impressed with these pans. They surprised me, they really, really did. The feel of these pans are fantastic. Not too heavy, not too light. Like I said, I wanted to do the stir fry. I really did, to crank that heat up and tested that surface. And one thing I do like about these pans, they grab that heat. They grab the heat and they don't let go. And they really heat up fast. They really, really do. The cleanup on that is fantastic because, like I said, I cranked that heat up to number 6 or 7, and that's high for this induction. And I just used a paper towel. Came up great. It really, really did. No stickiness whatsoever. It cooked that chicken like an absolute dream. It really did. For the price of these pans, it's an absolute steal. It really, really is. All the information is down below. Look, you've seen me cook with it. Proof's in the pudding. And like I said, fantastic. So I highly recommend that you grab them at a good price and yeah, enjoy. Have fun with them. Thanks, guys.